Hello, lurkers. And hello, all you archaeologists joining me. No, I said that. I don't know why I said the word joining me. Hello, lurkers. And hello, all of you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm about to begin a Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster adventure. And listen to this music! Plus square-enix. How's the volumes? I think it could do with being a little bit louder. Ah, look at it. It's doing things. Right. Oh, what's it doing now? I was going to explain some things. But it seems to be beginning. So two things I think I need to establish. Oh, look at that. First things first. The ancient war of the Magi. When its flames at last receded, only the charred husk of a world remained. Even the power of magic was lost. In the 1,000 years that followed, iron, gunpowder, and steam engines took the place of magic, and life slowly returned to the barren land. Yet, there now stands one who would reawaken the magic of ages past, and use its dread power as a means by which to control all the world. Could anyone truly be foolish enough to repeat that mistake? Right, may have noticed a little creative editing there. Because of reasons. I'll go into them later. There's the city. Hard to believe an Esper's been found frozen there 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. Ah, probably just another wild goose chase. I don't know. They wouldn't have let us use her unless they were confident the intel was good. Ah, yes. Our witch. So this is auto-playing right now. I hear she's fried 50 Magitech armoured in 3 minutes. Kind of makes your skin crawl, doesn't it? Relax. With that thing on her head, she's a mindless puppet. The girl won't even breathe unless we tell her to. We'll approach from the east. Move out. Yes, there's a couple of things I wanted to explain, but we'll let the intro pass first. So it turns out there's like an auto intro, and if you press a button right now, it'll quit out into the menu, which I thought ruined the flow. So I've glued it back together to retain the original flow. Oh, I love the music. This is probably a good time for me to explain. Right, so first things first. I started about a year ago. Like, let's say that I was going to play all the Final Fantasies. Very creative idea. I'm sure I'm the first person to ever do that. My first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy VII, and like I've been buying them ever since. But like I don't know, let's say 2005 or so. Like I played Final Fantasy VI on a SNES emulator, as I'm sure a lot of people did. Like for me, it was Vixen Wedge and not Biggs and Wedge, and then later I realised it was a mistranslation because it's a Star Wars reference. But so I 6 I never actually finished 6. I got to the point where you're on a sort of new world, and I didn't bring Shadow with me, and I had no way of bringing him, and I stopped playing. I did actually finish Final Fantasy V. I finished Chrono Trigger, and I think those are the only SNES games I really fully investigated. But when I say I'm going to try and play every single Final Fantasy, I mean all of them. I mean all the weird side ones. I've been doing this project like before the Pixel Remaster was announced, which is kind of annoying, which means I've only been able to play the Pixel Remaster of 5 and 6, because I was halfway through 4 when they announced them. The girl takes point, and don't waste time on the riff-raff. Remember what we're here for. Let's move. Nosh. Oh, then it's open the menus first. I can switch the party member. Esper's got to be here. Let's keep looking. Diagonal. Yeah. So the maps we get. Oh, I would have loved that for Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Let me tell you. Oh, we don't have it. Well, we do have a menu. There we go. There's Wedge and Biggs and question mark. Quick save. If we want, and if we want, we can go for classic if we want. I do actually really like. I might do for this one. Got to make a decision early, don't you? I've been really enjoying having. You know what? Let's do it for this one. I didn't for 5. I might turn it off, but let's. Let's put it on optimal, sure. Cursor memory on. Put it on active. There was like a fire. Yeah. Imperial Magitech armor. Not even Nash is safe anymore. Fire beam. Fire beam. I don't think it's really necessary. I think the graphics are really good for these games anyway. I don't know, I kind of like both. I'll never make my mind up. It's really big on my screen, that's all I can tell you. The Empire's got no business here. Oh, not dogs. Thunder beam. Ice beam. So yeah, I shouldn't be playing this game because Elden Ring's coming out in a couple of days, which means I'm going to have to pause before I get to play it properly. Stop them, for Nash. Ice beam. Healing Force. Magitech Missile. Yeah, it looks fun, I guess. Vanisher! Yeah, I might need those for a boss. I don't necessarily remember. It's like been at least 15 years since I played this. I'm sure we'll be fine regardless. God, I'm trapped now. Confuser. Oh, he's so confused. He's not confused anymore. Yep, we have a run button, that's cool. I want to check out this way. I don't think it'll let me. Okay, cool. Diagonal and run button. Defend the mines. There we go. A little bit of healing. So yeah, which Final Fantasies have I played so far? Well, I'm playing them in order. So, as you might expect, I played Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 5. Final Fantasy 1 and 2, I played PSP versions. Final Fantasy 3 and 4, I played 3DS versions. But I also played a little bit of like the Steam version of 4 because I needed to for some reason. 5 I played the Pixel Remaster. But also I've played Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I've played Final Fantasy Legend, which is the first Seiken Densetsu game, which is like Trials of Mana. Well, I played the remake of that actually. No, that's Final Fantasy Adventure, sorry. Final Fantasy Adventure is I didn't play Final Fantasy Adventure. I played Sword of Mana, which is the remake. I still might play Final Fantasy Adventure as well. I really would like to play the other remake, but I just haven't been able to get a version that worked on something I can stream. But I also did play Final Fantasy Legend, and there was no remake of that, so I had to play the Game Boy game version. Well, I played the Wonder Swan version of that, and that is the first Saga game. And that's what I'm really interested in, playing all the weird side Final Fantasies. According to our source, some miners unearthed the frozen Esper in a new shaft they were digging. This must be it. So I was a little bit grumpy that I was a little bit grumpy that they decided to remake these games as I was playing through them, so I could only play the Pixel Remaster of. Hello, by the way. But you know what? I'm sort of. It was nice to play different versions of the games, so I could compare and contrast. So I shouldn't be playing this game, Chippy Lang Dang, because I've pre-ordered Elden Ring, so I've literally got 2 days of this, and obviously I can't really play this until I've finished Star Ocean. But it just came out and I wanted to play it. A strange light fills the air. So I'm gonna play this for 2 days, and everything's gonna be paused until I finish Elden Ring, or at least until I'm like 20 hours into Elden Ring. As save points, you can use tents and sleeping bags, and also save the game. You can also use the save and quick save functions anywhere on the overworld map. So in the UK, I don't even think this came out until after Final Fantasy VII in the UK. So, like, if you ask anyone in the UK what their favourite Final Fantasy is, it's probably later than 6, and everyone else says 6. Oh, I love the existence of the maps, though. I'm still undecided whether I want these... Where is it? This. Because I kind of like it. It's not really that intrusive either. It doesn't really look like a TV. What's in there? Whoop, this is where we're at. Like, also, they're mostly good for, like, hiding... Well, not hiding bad graphics. Oh, that was I shouldn't have used Bioblast on them. Yeah. I don't know my definitive order yet, but I'm playing through them all, so I will. And I'm going to include all the weird side ones. But I really did. I enjoyed Mystic Quest a lot. Well, how simple it was. Got ourselves a potion. What's in there? Oh, maybe we can't go in while we're in the suit. Maybe I should play... No. We shouldn't play like this. I'm going to be like this all game. The graphics are really good. It doesn't need to have the scan lines. I'll handle this. Stand back. So it's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I play Star Ocean again. And even longer until I actually play this properly. I will resist the urge. We're not handling over the Esper. Ymir, get them. Okay, is this what I should have been saving? Oh, of course, I remember you. So yeah, I did play a SNES version of this on my PC about 15 years ago. Hold it. These things are... They must have trained it to guard the mines. It's like the Scorpion. So Final Fantasy V... Final Fantasy... The first boss of a load of Final Fantasy games have the same gimmick. Final Fantasy VII has the Scorpion where you attack where its tail's up. This snail has it going into the thing. Final Fantasy IV has the white dragon, the smoke dragon. Yes, I think I may have tried this again. Like, I would have got it on my PC and never finished it because I got grumpy that I didn't have Shadow. Then I would have bought, like, the version that came out on, like, double disc and just never really played them. It's only nowadays that I finish games. What are you talking about? You know what this is? Ever heard of a lightning whelk? It's a monster that absorbs lightning and stores its energy in its shell. Right. So whatever you do, don't attack the shell. Got it. You're a bit overpowered in this particular fight. The version of... The 3DS version of Final Fantasy 3? I hadn't made that link. I read about it in an interview. That you were supposed to teach to play. It was like the first way they could do tactical stuff. And I was like, oh yeah! I remember so many kids at school. I mean, I say so many kids at school. A couple couldn't get past the first boss of Final Fantasy VII just because, I don't know, they just didn't stop fighting and they just stopped playing because some people didn't have patience for an RPG. But it's just like, that's not that hard of a boss. But Final Fantasy 3 on the 3DS, like, that really is a really difficult boss. I don't know why they made that game so hard. Was it 3? I think I mean 4. Yeah, I mean 4. Look at his face. Oh, fine, I'll attack it. Oh no, now it's going to go in. No. Oh, Biggs and Wedge. The biggest shame of not playing them is all the musics from the new versions. They're just excellent. Let's try Ice. Oh no, 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 I did it again! Oh. Yeah, for some reason the 3DS version of 3 and 4 are twice as hard as the originals, and I have no idea why they made that decision. Here we go. The violins! Loving these diagonals, I can suddenly walk. Here it is, the Esper. So this is the frozen Esper. Ooh. This thing's giving me the creeps. Something's not quite right. Frozen creature begins emitting an eerie light. Where's that light coming from? Ah! What was that, Wedge? Wedge, where are you? Hey, what's going on? Gotta be terrifying. So there's a twist. Now I know the basic beats of this game. There's a twist in every single Final Fantasy after a certain number. So there's a point in like every action film, or if you think about a film, the pacing of a film, where you have, you know, there's a 3-act structure, and at the end of the 3rd act, what was it? At a certain point, you stop reacting and you start acting. So like it peaks and then it goes downwards like that, and that sort of maps on quite well to the hero's journey. It turns out like they map quite neatly. So in a Final Fantasy, there's a point in every game, especially from the 3D ones, where they stop reacting and they start acting. That is to say, there are villains that must be destroyed in every Final Fantasy, and at this point, it's when the heroes can. They must make the decision to do so. And this decision is always preceded by the heroes discovering either something about the world or about themselves. Something devastating, something that changes their entire perspective. And I think Final Fantasy VI might be the first one that does that. Because I'm trying to think. Obviously 1 doesn't have a story. 2 certainly doesn't have that. 3... So... Because 2 is all about just getting your friend back. And turns out that guy's a dick. That guy, Leon, just decided to turn evil for no reason. And then everyone let him back in. Anyway, sorry. I was just pretending to be sleeping. Where am I? Final Fantasy 3 certainly doesn't. You know what? Final Fantasy 3 has you discover that you're orphans that you were just put there. But it's like, I think that might have been retroactively put there for the 3DS version. I don't know if that's in this. I'll have to ask my brother when he plays. My! And I only just removed the crown. Final Fantasy 4 does actually have that now that I think about it. It's just a little weak. Final Fantasy 4 has you discover that you are... You know what? Yep, Final Fantasy 4 and 5 do have that. They're just not quite as good. Final Fantasy 4 has you discover that you are... That you and Exdeath are brothers. That's it. I remember that. I completely forgot that twist. So yeah, it does it from Final Fantasy 4 onwards. Final Fantasy 5 has you discover... Final Fantasy... I can't remember now. That your father was one of the things. It's not an amazing twist. But this one has a much punchier one than 4. And it's like this... I loved Final... Because I genuinely didn't know that Exdeath and... is it 4 that has Exdeath in? No, 5 is Exdeath, sorry. Anyway, I'm getting them confused. I'm just going to play this game instead. Yeah. And I really love the song for Final Fantasy 9 because it's the You're Not Alone. Bim, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. See, I remember it quite well. I've never actually finished 9. I never finished the final boss. But yes, because he figures out he's a Shinigami. My. And I only just removed the crown. You get the point I'm making then. I've only just removed the crown. But like this one, I feel like does a better job at you being like completely unexpectedly different than what you expected yourself to be. My head hurts. And obviously 7's scene is very, very famous. And 8's version of it is stupid. And I like Final Fantasy VIII, but I hate the orphanage scene so much. Easy there. This is a slave crown. The others were using it to control you. I love that the Hypno Crown has been in the Final Fantasy. I've been tracking items. The best thing about playing them all in a row is that you can suddenly go, oh, this is where the Thief Knives turns up. This is where the Hypno Crown. It's called the Slave Crown in this, but it's the same thing. And the Hypno Crown was just a random item. And I really like that they used an item that was already established in the series as a plot point here. Easy there. This is a select. By the way, if anyone watches this from the future or you hear now, this is going to be me all the way through. It's going to be, look at that bed. I like that bed for this reason. And I'm not going to be playing it very quickly at all. This is a slave crown. The others were using it to control you. It was robbing you of your thoughts, making it so you do whatever they tell you. I can't remember a thing. Don't worry, it'll all come back to you in time, that is. Obviously, 7, 8, and 9 all use amnesia. And 10 does something very... 10, I think 10's really clever. I know I can see why it's not everyone's favourite, but 10 goes out of its way to make decisions different than the rest of them. And does it successfully. Whereas 12 and 13 go out of its way to make decisions different from the rest of them, and a bit weird. And I really like 12. A mysterious young girl, born with the gift of magic, and enslaved by the Gestalian Empire. Doing it's pronounced the German way. Ooh! It's been a while since we've been able to rename people. Yeah, I'll go with the original names. Yeah, sure. It's one of the decisions I made. I was just going, no, I'm gonna like play him as intended, as it were. My name is Terra. Impressive. Never heard anyone recovering so fast. You must be made of tougher stuff than most. I should remember all the games. Which one are you, your brother? It's the one you go to space. On the space whale. That must be 4. Yeah, it's the one where you're the paladin. Who's the baddie in that? Because the villain is actually some dude on the moon. Okay. Because, like, Shadow's in this game, and it's like a cooler version of Edge, who isn't cool. Edge isn't cooler in the slightest. Open up. We're here for the Magitech armor pilot. Oh, why have I forgotten his name? Hang on, I've got a picture of him. Are these set up still? Yeah. I'm trying to look. He'll be in that pile. Anyway, I'll put the game back on. Open this door right now. Hand over that girl. She's an agent of the Empire. Empire? Magitech armor? There's no time to explain. You need to get out of here. These fools aren't going to listen to reason. This way, quickly. Oh, that guy was very quick. Okay. A mystifying woman. Okay. I'm trying to look at the armor case. Does the armor case look better or worse? The illusion works slightly better. It kind of just looks a bit blurry, to be honest. Run button. Ah! Make your way out of town through the mines. Try and buy you some time. Up there. They did this for ages. It kind of looks good. Alright, let's go with it for a little while. Oh, throw a wrench at me. That worked quite well. I'll use the D-pad. You don't lose all your magic when you do that, John. How'd you get it full screen? That's how you get it full screen. Yeah, I would have loved this in Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Blimey. This is a fantastic quality of life feature. Ooh, blimey. I've got to get used to this diagonal business. Oh, quite precise. While I didn't have an auto attack in those games, I did have a fast forward button. Oh, sleep bag. There she is. My sweet little magic user. With this slave crown, you'll be all mine. Good, good. Burn them all to a crisp. Soldiers of the Empire, we stand at the dawn of a new age. The lost power of magic has returned to us. We have been chosen. The time has come for us to claim our rightful dominion over the world. Nothing shall stand in our way. Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gestal! Yay! Took you long enough. Busy with all the robbing and plundering, I presume. A treasure hunter and trail-worn traveller, searching the world over for relics of the past. Lock. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Ah, semantic nonsense. There's a huge difference. Anyway, is there something you need me to do? There is indeed. I met the girl. Girl, you don't mean? The city guard is pursuing her as we speak. The city has the strength to stand up to the Empire, but it won't use it. The people are too stubbornly independent to join an underground resistance group like the Returners. I tried to explain that the Empire was controlling the girl, but they wouldn't even listen. Alright. So you want me to get her out now? That would be the idea. Make your way to Figaro for the time being. Figaro! 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 I have no idea what opera that's from, or musical, or what. From something though. Was it Figaro? I mean Figaro. There's a lot of mugging in this game. I'm going to move my cursor off the screen, sorry. It's been there for a while. There she is. We could do with an army of Mogs in this situation. Wonderful. There's a whole bunch of them. Kapow! An army of Mogs! Muggles, are you saying you want to help? I didn't realise this bit was this early. Kapow! Use us to protect Terra from the guards. Do you like an explanation? So, what I really enjoyed about playing Final Fantasy V is finding, like, all the inspirations for, like, loads of sections in Final Fantasy VII. And, like, I just, like, because everyone says, oh, Final Fantasy VII, like, the plot of it is the same as 6. And I'm like, okay, you know, a bit, yeah, I get that. But that's also true with, like, all the previous games. You can, like, they all stand on the shoulders of the previous games. Like, but, like, there's loads of bits of 5 in 7. The reason I mention it here is that this is Fort Condor, basically. This is proto for Fort Condor. Yes, I'll take a listen. I'm regretting the scan lines. Don't want them anymore. I don't want the scan lines anymore. Changing my mind. You'll fight using 3 different parties. Use the L button to switch between them. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it feels Fort Condor-y. Defeat the leader of the guards before the troops reach Terra, or the battle is lost. Muggle. Oh, it's sorry. It's Locke, Moglin, Mogret. Ah, he's got a lot of regrets, Mogrets, and Moggy. That's a quick save. And yeah, I've changed my mind. I don't want scan lines anymore. How do I change who's in front? I might as well just attack him. Stole a potion. They took a lot of damage. Mog, Malulu, Morgan, Magul. Oh, one of them gets to dance. He can dance if he wants to. You've learnt Twilight Requiem. That's the best type. Hang on, let's fight you. Pulls upon the power of darkness. I enjoyed the fact this Mogul is using the power of darkness. Malulu! Not Malulu. Why is that Mogul? Okay, it's fine. And here's Mogsy, Mogwin, Mugmug, and Cosmog. I like that they all have different weapons. It feels a tiny bit pointless. To Chocobo Brush, Mithril Spear, Mithril Sword, and a Boomerang. He's got a dagger. Little spear, Morningstar, little cause. There's a high potion. Oh, damn, then it's not doing great. Ah, they're alive. Possibly should have been locked here, but... I'm not sure this warranted the boss music. Oh, hang on. So I'll give this for Final Fantasy VI. So I jokingly said, oh, this is a situation that could do the logs. I thought the scene was later. I know they do a version of the scene later, but I just straight up thought this scene was later as well. What I really like is that they give you a lot to play with at the start of the game. It's almost as if they've gotten better at making computer games. Thanks, Muggles. We're in your debt. Switch order. Hey, you're back with us now. See, he'd have an American accent. He'd sound like Niff and Fillion, wouldn't he? You saved me. Save your thanks for the Muggles. I can't remember a thing. My mind's trapped. It's like my mind's trapped in a fog. You've lost your memory. You don't see like the cartoonish reactions mugging to the camera in games anymore. Monkey Island 2 has a lot of that as well. A man said it would come back eventually. Ah, so you've got amnesia. Don't worry, I won't leave your side until your memory returns. I'm not going to up and abandon someone just because they lost their memory. That'd be a really weird reason to abandon someone, to be honest. I'll keep you safe, I promise. Cool. I guess we'll go out, stand outside for a brief second. Him again. Different slot, obviously. Always going to be a different slot. Can I... No, I can't. What am I thinking? Oh, this music's fantastic. Let's go back in. This is a school for a beginning adventurer. Despite all of our recent advances in technology, the outside world remains full of monsters we know little about. Here we provide advice to travelers brave enough to face its many dangers. The thing I do know about this game is I took the name Bannon from it, which I use in certain projects. This is water from a recovery spring. It will reduce your HP and MP. Such springs are located throughout the world, so always be on the lookout. Oh, fully healed, lovely. This is a save point. At save points you can use tents and sleeping bags and also save the game. You can also use save and quick save functions anywhere on the overworld map. Same again. Different slot, naturally. Valuables are sometimes hidden in pots, such as this one. Have you heard about relics? Relics can grant you a variety of abilities. For example, sprints use double your walking speed. Not in this game, they don't. I've got a dedicated function. I've got a dedicated button for that. The Gauntlet lets you hold a weapon with both hands to increase damage. The Knight's Code makes you shield others in combat. Dragon Boots allow you to perform a jump attacks. A person can equip up to 2 relics at the same time. The button you press to talk to me is the confirm button. Press the cancel button to go back. To bring up the menu, just press the menu button. Use your directional pad or analog stick to move your character. Well, that wasn't in the original game. Potions may taste funny, but they also heal injury. If you're hurt, drink one to restore some HP. Staying at an inn will completely heal your entire party. Be careful, sometimes monsters lurk inside the treasure chests. Monster in a box. Yeah. Got a potion. Let me teach you how to ride a chocobo. Press the confirm button or up on the directional pad to move forwards. Change course by pressing left or right on the directional pad. Press the L button to change the view. You can control it the same when walking. What? You can dismount by tapping the cancel button. Be careful, the bird will return to its pen as soon as you get off. Whenever selecting armor or weapons in a shop, symbols will appear next to the characters that can equip them. The pyramid, the triangle symbol, indicates an increase in attack or defense power. The inverted triangle symbol indicates a decrease in attack or defense. Equals indicates no change. E shows that the item character has that item equipped. The symbol beneath the character means that the person is currently in your party. This is a school for the beginning adventurer. Despite all of our recent advances in technology, here we provide advice to travellers brave enough to face its many dangers. No, I just completely ignored the line, didn't I? If you set the battle mode to wait in the config menu, you can take all the time you need, you want to select spells or items in battle without having to worry about being attacked. But I turned it off. Status effects are represented by different colours. Blue equals reflect. Spells are reflected back at enemies. Yellow equals protect. Defense is increased. Green equals shell. Magic defense is increased. Red equals haste. Speed is increased. White equals slow. Speed is decreased. Pink equals stop. Time is frozen. The white numbers that appear during battle indicate damage. Green numbers are recovered health. Damage received by characters in the back row is halved, but so is their attack power. To change rows, select formation in the menu and press the confirm twice on the target character. Oh, and if you select another character from the menu, you can swap the order of the two characters. Damage is more severe when enemies have you surrounded, especially if you've got your back to the attacker. You can flee from most battles by holding down the L and R buttons at the same time. When the gauge next to a character's name is full, you can use a command action. Select the skip option to skip that character's turn and move on to the next line. When selecting the target for a spell, press the L or R button to target all allies or all enemies, or you can just continue going left or right. The defense command halves the damage received. It stays in effect until another command is entered. See that a strange way, didn't I? Oh, sleeping bag. You might find this room more useful after you've gained some experience out in the world. A lot of things you'll hear in here might not make much sense until you've gotten your feet wet. Advanced battle tactics. Oh my god, I feel kind of nervous. Undead creatures such as ghosts are damaged by curative spells and items. Re-raise automatically revives a character if they get KO'd. Regen gradually restores a character's HP. Allow me to explain a few of the specialized battle commands. Runic absorbs magic and turns it into MP. Runic remains active until a spell is absorbed or another battle command is given. Trance boosts attack and magic. Duration increases as more battles are fought. Trance and Rage. Once selected, these commands are used continuously until the end of battle. The Reflect spell remains active for only a short time and will not reflect certain law magic. I don't know what the hell law magic is. Fire, ice and lightning are the three principal elements. They are represented by the spells Fire, Blizzard and Thunder respectively. The image status creates illusionary images of a character, making it difficult for enemies to hit them. Will I teach you about status effects? Yes. Invisibility. Physical attacks will miss you, but spells will always strike true. You'll revert to normal if hit by magic. Imp. Prevents you from using special skills and magic. Zombie. Zombie attacks friends and foe alike. Only holy water can cure this status. If your skin is ashen, your HP is 0, and you're still moving, there's a good chance you're a zombie. Sleep and confusion. These status elements are removed when the character is attacked. But Bushido techniques can be unleashed only after the required power for the skill in question is built up. You can select actions for other characters while power builds up. Something to note about the Reflect spell. Reflect doesn't block spells that have already been reflected once. You can use this to your advantage. Cast Reflect on an ally, then cast attack spells on the same person. Just bounce them at an enemy, get it? Huh. Desperate times can bring out strength you never knew you had. Critically wounded characters may occasionally perform powerful hidden techniques when you select attack. That's cool as well. Get on. What isn't cool is you standing in my way. Right. Nosh, nosh. Can't see the map. Oop. Is that... Hey! It's not safe here. We'd better hightail it south to Figaro. South it is. Diagonal! Hypno Crown. Or has he stopped? Not a lot I can do about that. Sorry. Halt! Oh, it's you. Proceed. These good-for-nothing brigands have been locked up for thievery and worse. You best keep a safe distance. No, I'm not allowed to interact with them, okay. Figaro Castle room is down those stairs. The engines are currently undergoing maintenance, so we can be ready to move at a moment's notice if the need arises. I'm sorry, I can't let you down there. It's too dangerous. Ooh. When did you send that message? I played Chrono Trigger about 15 years ago, about the same time I played this. I really, really liked Chrono Trigger. As everyone does, obviously. And I'm genuinely surprised they've never done anything with it. Like, they're remaking Dragon Quest games in, like, HD 2D. Like, why can't they remake, like, Earthbound and Chrono Trigger? There's a bunch of games that just make them look amazing. Just, I'm sure there's money there. But yes, yeah, I played Chrono Trigger. Go and speak to the king. Not recently, though. At least 15 years ago. Obviously, Chrono Cross is now on the list of things that I intend to play. You wouldn't know by looking at it, but this castle is loaded with advanced technology. For example, oops, it's all top secret. Oh, hang on, does it actually say what they are on the map? Ah. Let's go, Needle. Welcome! We have loads of money, actually. Probably don't need to buy anything yet. Potion stage. I can't remember if they give you any free ones. How have I got so much money? I must have played this at least twice then. And never got to the end. I know that. Yeah, I said it before. I would have played it 15 years ago, and I would have played it when it like came out on CD. Might be that this game's a lot more memorable than Final Fantasy V, because 5 was the only early one I'd ever finished. And I really like 5. 5 is an excellent system. I love the job system to 5. Go and speak to the king. You mean this young woman is? This is a lot pacier than 4 and 5. Who are you? Oh, my apologies. How rude of me to turn my back to a lady on the very first meeting. The young king of Figaro Castle, imperial ally and champion of the technological revolution. Edgar. I'm Edgar, king of Figaro. Surprised that somebody like me knows a king. Well, I'll catch you two later. So, you're an Imperial soldier, right? Don't worry, Figaro and the Empire are allies. Feel free to rest here as long as you like. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. Why are you being so kind to me? Is it because of my abilities? So I'm trying to gauge what expression Edgar's using. I'll give you 3 reasons. First of all, your beauty has captivated me. Second, I'm dying to know if I'm your type. I guess your abilities would rank a distant third. What's the matter? Guess my technique is getting a bit rusty. I suppose some girls would have felt something from those words, but not me. I've had a wonder. Grab the swords from the walls! Hang on, what's the tapestry hanging on? Oh, it doesn't matter. Should have explored after the conversation, I guess. Yeah, sure. Our king showers his attention on women, young, old, pretty or plain. No one is safe. Not long ago, the king tried to hit on the high priestess. Oh, did she ever let him have it? I'm sure he's made a pass or two at you already, hasn't he? This is Figaro, the desert castle. Oh, nope. Edgar has a twin brother, you know. He was such a nice boy. He's thinking of his family. Oh, I've accidentally moved the plot on. Edgar, what's wrong with Dad? Why is everyone talking about a successor? Are you blind? Haven't you seen how thin his face has become? What do you mean? Edgar. Are you crying? Edgar's twin brother, who traded the throne for his own freedom. Sabin. Ah yes, Sabin. I'm sure he's a fine young man by now. He's up on the mountain fighting Vargas. I remember this quite well. He was just a boy when he left. Even smaller than his brother. I often wonder where he is now. What he's doing. He's buff as fuck. His Majesty said he'd marry me when he got old enough. It's kind of weird to say, to be honest. The Gestalian Empire has already overthrown all 3 of the other nations on the 7 continents. Only a matter of time before they make up their way up here. Scholars all over the world are busy studying magic, but you can only learn so much about something without seeing it. The ancients once wielded a force known as magic. Those who mastered the art were called magi. The advanced weapons and the other items manufactured here are shipped to South Figaro. Fair enough. Right, let's talk to the king. He's probably returned. We've arbitrarily talked to the right person in the castle. Yeah, old RPGs. Talk to everyone. That's how you play them. I'm enjoying this dedicated run button. The king's brother was so disgusted by the manner of succession that he fled the castle, never looking back. I heard tell that the entire matter was settled by a flip of a coin. Well, how'd you like my castle? King Edgar! There's someone here from the Empire to see you, sire. Kefka, no doubt. Let's take a listen to the song. Right, I'll continue playing. Phooey! Emperor Gustav's stupid orders! Edgar, you pinhead! Why do you have to live out in the middle of a stinking desert? Those recon jobs are the pits. Ahem! There's sand on my boots! All gone, sir. Yeah, he's laugh. Pathetic idiots. So Kefka, what the world brings you? Out of my way! Why would anyone trust Kefka? I mean, actually, Edgar literally doesn't. But why would anyone else trust Kefka? Like, why would Gestalt, Geschel, whatever? What arbitrary? You wouldn't be thinking of invading my kingdom next, would you? We have an alliance. An alliance? What a miserable little sandpit, don't make me laugh. I hear you've been busy down south taking over a country or three. Just what is up? What's the Empire up to? It's none of your concern. What brings Emperor Gestalt's own court mage, Kefka, to my humble castle? A girl of no importance recently escaped from us. We heard she was found refuge here. This wouldn't have anything to do with that witch everyone's been whispering about, would it? Lies! She merely stole something of minor value. Is she here? I'm still figuring out the voice. That's a tough one. There are more girls in here than the grains of sand in the desert. A man couldn't possibly keep track of all of them. Oh, Edgar, you know you only stand to lose by trying to hide her from us. I truly hope nothing happens to your precious Figaro. Right, it's all gone quiet. I wonder why. Oh, it's not that quiet. Never mind. I guess he's left. Guess it's all fine. Never mind then, I was nervous for nothing. So yeah, I was thinking about, while I made myself a cup of tea, just the design of Kefka. So there's two artists, right? There's one that's famous with the Final Fantasies. There's the original artist that has all these wonderful watercoloured drawings. And there's the modern artist that does, like, fashion drawings. And they're both really good. Like, I don't want to, like, but, like, when you're looking at drawings, like, it's hard to say that the newer one is better than the old one. And just just in style. And obviously, everyone takes the piss out of the belts thing. The zips and belts. But, like, I think Kefka is a really good example of, like, that old style. Amano? Just shining. There's a few examples, like Gilgamesh, Go-Go. Just, like, he uses all those colours, and there's so much detail. And, yeah, just Kefka, as I said, shines in that style. I don't think they modernise terribly well, these ones. Like, I think it's a really cool picture. Like, I've changed it so it's purple, so it's a little bit less, like, distracting when I play. And also I needed to invert it because it had a white outline. Anyway, my point is, I was thinking about, like, the transition between 6 and 7 is that artist change. And, like, the difference, one of the differences between Sephiroth and Kefka is that Sephiroth is conventionally attractive. He's supposed to be pretty. And I think the reason for that is I think that Final Fantasy VII was inspired by Berserk. And I don't mean in a way that you just copy one for one. Like, I don't think Cloud is Guts and Sephiroth is Griffith. But I think there was some inspiration there. Because you take, like, a kind of Guts-like character, you take his fuck off sword, right? Which is the fairly obvious thing. And you could just, like, leave everything else. But he, like, made Cloud sort of emotionally stunted as well. Whereas Sephiroth has this sort of likability about him. Something that's a charisma. And I think it's why I will always argue that 7 is better than 6. And I think that's part of the reason that it's just like their relationship between Cloud and Sephiroth. Even though, like, they barely talk in the game, it's just sort of implied that I just think there's something more there. Whereas I like Kefka. Everyone that he wins, it's like he's a fucking clown. He's just an insane clown man. Like, I'll play it again and I'll see if I'm missing stuff that I didn't see the first time I played this. Because I can't stress that I can't overly stress that I really like 6. I've been enjoying it a lot. And you can, especially now I've played all the rest, I can see how it's built up to here. But I still like 7 more. But, I didn't like the sound of that. There's Terra. Take her to her room. I'd love to stay and chat, but Chancellor and I have some planning to do. Being a king's not all tea and crumpets, now if you excuse me. Follow me. Never! Where's he gone? Sorry, I didn't mean to drag you around like this without giving you a chance to rest. I'm Locke, right? Edgar told me about you. Is it true you're a thief? I'm a treasure hunter. On the surface, Edgar pretends to support the Empire. Truth is, he's collaborating with an underground resistance group called the Returners. I serve as their go-between. The old man you met in Nash, one of us too. The Empire, but I'm an Imperial soldier. Not anymore. They were using you. That's all. Things are different now. It's just, I don't know what I should do. Whenever I try to think, it makes my head hurt even worse. All that matters is that you make your own decisions from now on. Try not to think too hard right now. But also, like, 7 was also built from this game. In the same way this game was built from all the ones previous. And it's fairly obvious. Like, you can't say, oh, 7's just 6 with added bits, if you don't allow all the rest of the games to be that as well. Because they totally are. Try not to think of too hard right now. You know what to do when the time comes. But how will I know which choice is right? Yeah, the evil clown is evil. That's how you'll know. What in the... What's going on? It's all stone. How is this even on fire? It's the Empire. Kefka, he... What do you think you're doing? Fire, fire. Bring me the girl now. No idea what you're talking about. Oh. Then enjoy the barbecue. Bring me the girl. Get her ready. The sire had a change of heart. Seems I have no choice. Or perhaps I do. Oh my! The brave and noble king abandons his people to save his own skin. How utterly delightful. Jump. All right. Sink her into the sand. Go. Figaro dive mode engaged. Witness the glory of Figaro. Go, kill them. Back attack. Let it cool now. Nice. What's the matter, Edgar? Made you jump like that all of a sudden? Did you just see that? What I just saw? Yeah, the kid's really something, huh? Really something? That was magic! Magic! Magic? She used magic. Terra. Your name was Terra, right? What exactly was that just now? I'm sorry, I love that he tripped over. That's a wonderful bit of comedy there. No, we're the ones who should be apologising. Talking's a free action, obviously. I didn't mean to make it such a big deal out of it. Nor did I. It just surprised me. I mean, I never actually seen magic before. Where did you... Doesn't matter, does it, Edgar? Terra can use magic and we can't. That's all there is to it. The fact is, the magic could really help us right now. Thank you, Locke. Thank you, Edgar. Swoon. Oh, that laser. Go crossbow! Bravo, Figaro! Son of a sandworm! You'll pay for this! That was great. Were those bad people? I'm scared. Terra, there's someone we'd like you to meet. Like I told you before, we're members of the Returners. Would you be willing to meet our leader? Magic's going to be key in winning this war. Magic. That Esper reacted to your magical powers. There's got to be a relationship. I don't know any more than you do. These powers just come naturally to me. But no human is born with the powers you have. Forgive me. What should I do? The Empire will be coming after us. They want your powers for their own. And if they get them, the world is done for. Terra, want to understand your own powers, don't you? Then I think you should meet with Bannon. He may be able to help you find out more about why you have them. Please, Edgar's right. There's a cave just south of here that leads to South Figaro. Let's head in that direction. Oh, look at this! Yeah! Ah, cool. How does this work? Oh, hang on. I should save him again. Save my game. King Edgar, where you headed, sire? Through the cave, and eastward to South Figaro. We'll make for the return at headquarters in the north. Return to the castle and pass the word along. Understood, sire. Take care. Oh, I love the music. What's the tell? Oh, hang on. Why does it have numbers? Maybe that's how many times I can use them in battle. I have now poison now. Attack tools, items, attack magic items, attack steel items. Machinist, Meditech Elite, Adventurer. Why is that up a line? Oh dear. Sticky fingers are paying off already. Also, auto crossbow is amazing. Getting so much stuff. Right, ignore us and maybe we'll just disappear. Back off, Locke. Guy looks familiar. He comes and goes like the wind, swearing allegiance to no one. Hidden behind his wintry greys lies a face known to none who live. Shadow. Bob. Yeah, that's Shadow, alright. He's an assassin. Kill his own best friend for the right price. Guess we better steer clear of him. Right, I think I may have to end this stream here. I've really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to playing more. I might even play more tomorrow, to be honest. But I should be finishing other games before this. So I'm going to take care of them first. I did just save the game, but I'm going to leave the place and save again. So I'm going to have a proper go through this place. You know what? We've got like... What am I talking about? We've got like 15 more minutes. Let's... Let me teach you how to ride Chocobo. Press the convert button on the... Okay, I was already told this. I don't need one just yet. The shops carry weapons, armors, and relics of the utmost quality. What does Officer Figueroa? You can gain all kinds of abilities by equipping relics. These shoes double my walking speed. What's this? Relics can grant you a variety of abilities. For example, spin shoes can double... I know! Gauntlet lets you hold a weapon with both hands. Yep, let's go. Does that. Yoga boots. 2 relics at a time. Okay, but like, I can already run twice the speed. So why would I ever buy spin shoes? Ever. Prevents darkness. Starship pendant with jewel at center prevents poison. Prevents stone or petrify. I'll leave it for the time being. Didn't mean to do that. Figueroa Castle stood up to the Empire. Great. Now we'll be drawn into the war. You look just like the student of Duncan's. That man in the camp has got a nasty look about him. I hear the Empire's been invading one town after another. I wonder how safe we are in South Figueroa. Duncan's been training his boy Vargas along with his other students. He's always grumbling about how the kid never seems to be making any progress. Ah, kids aren't allowed in here. Okay, fine. Seem to have changed. Beyond Mount Colts lies Saber Mountains. What kind of dummy would go and make the Empire mad? Wonder if it will really come to war. Maybe I should return home now before it's too late. the city's eastern border, so attacking there from there would be, hey, what do you think you're doing, barging in here? I'm trying to write a letter. Yeah, I'm remembering things. There's always a nasty draft in this room. Oh wait, where's it coming from? I'm afraid I'll catch a cold. Yeah, I might want to do this last. Yeah, let's do this last. This also looks distinctly like a thing that, like, 18-year-old John wouldn't have figured out and would have got really grumpy now to look up. It's weird I remember it all. Clang, 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 a Magitech armor. Hey, that's super important. So important, people here come to dinner all the time, even generally. I mean, generally. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm back. I want to make sure we've checked out the weapon shops. Just get like a little bit over here. Okay. We'll get to the other side of town. Did you see how cool Figueroa Castle looked when it moved through the sand? No. Well, I suppose it would have been kind of hard, what with it being underground and all. Big house at the north end of town belongs to the richest family here. My grandpa used to be a servant for the richest family in town. I don't like strangers. Bring me some cider and maybe I'll talk to you. I get cider from. It's a really complex town. Welcome! Yeah, I saw there's no equipment there. We won't sell anything unless we have to. Do they even use shields? Yeah, I guess so. At east and you've seen old cults. My husband Duncan is the martial artist. He's famous even in Figaro to the north. Took his students to Mount Cults for meditation and training. He probably won't be back for a while. We didn't quite explore the entire town, but we found a save point, so I figured now was a good time to, I think, take a break. So yeah, I might play this more soon, but I mean, if you're watching this on the YouTubes, then I have watched more. I played more even, because I won't be uploading them until I know there's a significant amount. But anyway, I, of course, have been the John Struct. Thank you very much for watching this. I've been having a Final Fantasy VI adventure. Very much enjoying it. Thank you very much.